It's powerful, emotional, fun, and so much more. And quite comprehensively, Marvel's best work thus far in Phase 4. अब मुझे पता है कि कुछ फैंस एग्री नहीं करेंगे, तो कुछ शायद गालियां भी देंगे। ओके, लेट मी क्लैरिफाई। मार्वल के फेज 4 को काफ़ी मिक्स्ड रिएक्शंस मिल रहे हैं। बारिंग अ फ्यू मूवीज लाइक स्पाइडरमैन नो वे होम एंड शांग-ची or shows like WandaVision and Loki, there isn't much to rave about. Money making is never a problem for Marvel, but the quality of storytelling seems a little under par, evidently lackluster in movies and shows alike. कुछ ambitious करने की कोशिश तो दिख रही है, but the hype and the fan service does not feel justified, as the very treatment of the content seems a little half-baked. और visuals और CGI की बात कम ही करे तो ठीक है, क्यों? This has become a hurdle for Marvel fans who really want to enjoy its shows and movies to the core, but sadly can't. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever seems to have overcome this hurdle in Phase 4. In 2018, Marvel's Black Panther scored an absolute home run. Culture exploration के मामले में ये बहुत ही refreshing entry थी MCU के lineup में. Apart from the celebration of such a diverse cultural phenomenon, the existential crisis faced by Wakanda as a country in the face of the rest of the world was a novel concept on its own. No doubt it received love and admiration from even casual moviegoers. और क्योंकि ऑडियंस ब्लैक पैंथर की दुनिया से अब ऑलरेडी अवेयर है, एक बेहतर सीक्वल बनाना पहाड़ चढ़ने से कम नहीं होता, स्पेशली जब पहली मूवी इतनी धमाकेदार सक्सेस रही हो. Yet I think Wakanda Forever surpasses the first movie in more ways than one. Here is my take as to why I think it is the best movie in Phase 4 of MCU and a worthy sequel to the 2018 movie. Number 1. Humor. Of late, Marvel has been coming across as redundant and unnatural in comedy. They have been lacking in what used to be one of their many USPs, something that was much more effective in earlier phases. But Wakanda Forever turns the tide a bit and does a commendable job of delivering good humor. It seems to have applied the concept of less is more, not pushing it too hard and too often. Such moments are present only when there is some scope of frivolity, which really benefits the authenticity of the camaraderie between the characters. Number 2. VFX and Action. तो यार पहली मूवी में बहुत ही इनोवेटिव एक्शन सीक्वेंसेस थे, including a breathtaking car chase scene. But it was notorious for having a climax with clunky VFX and overstuffed CGI. Wakanda Forever improves in that aspect and puts forth an elaborate act. The CGI is judiciously used and the VFX also holds up pretty well. And thank God the usage of slow-mo is kept to a minimum. Since the 90s and the Matrix trilogy, the technique has been exploited beyond any control. But Wakanda Forever is mindful to use it in just the amount needed to enhance the impact of action. Number 3. Direction. Nowadays in superhero movies or any action film in general, the focus is on the superficial elements that the need to create a sufficient and appropriate build-up in the lead-up to the major events is overlooked. As a result, the big moments of action or drama don't get the desired payoff. यहाँ पे राइटर डायरेक्टर रायन कुगलर की ब्रिलियंस निकल के आती है. He lets the scenes breathe and infuses the drama with such powerful emotions that mediocrity stays out of the room. He makes you care and feel for the characters as you literally feel your adrenaline rising slow and steady. Not only are you rooting for the lead characters but also itching to see the side characters come to the party. Marvel has a history of exaggerating the humor while downplaying the gravity of situation, but here the director treats the vividly intense scenes with respect, riding it well through the story with fluid transitions. Number 4. Heartfelt drama accompanied by flawless performances. Not even a single actor, be it the lead cast, the supporting ones, or even the extras, fell short or seemed uncomfortable. The cast brought its A game in communicating the right ideas and feelings, creating a lasting impact, especially in moments when the characters are reminiscing about King T'Challa. And Chadwick Boseman's footage from his previous appearances in MCU comes on screen. A strong sense of longing and mourning for him can be seen and felt in the way they operate throughout the film. I clearly remember getting misty-eyed on 2 to 3 occasions as they are extremely heart-wrenching and palpable to your senses. The tribute is done so tastefully and delicately that you'd almost wish he was here. बाकी अगर बात करें मूवी के खामियों के बारे में तो ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है कहने को, except at one point where it slows down a bit when Nemo's backstory is narrated, which tends to be a little expository, but it gets compensated by a heartwarming underwater scene coupled with some mellow and serene music. It's so spread out that the exposition hardly matters. The movie introduces Riri Williams aka Ironheart in the MCU, जिसका subplot main story के लिए एक catalyst की तरह काम करता है. Watch out for some fun and subtle callbacks. Also present is a couple of sweet surprises, one of which sent the crowd into a crazy frenzy. It was unexpected given the surprise character's history with the lead characters. But my goodness, what a joy and a masterstroke it was to add it to the storyline. The creativity in that scene is excellent. As for the performances, Angela Bassett as Queen Ramonda packs a thumping punch and hits it out of the park. It's a treat to witness it on the big screen. Letitia Wright is commendable in what is also Shuri's coming-of-age story, going from being Wakanda's science prodigy to earning the mantle of Black Panther for the audience. It's good to see a mid-credit scene serving the story rather than featuring cameos, as cameos generate good hype but risk consuming the good work done by the movie. Unlike Marvel's recent dull outings, I had a ball watching this one, smiling, cheering and even whimpering at times. It's a profoundly moving experience with intense and heartfelt drama I connected strongly with. It was far more emotionally engaging than the first movie. The action and the BGM are great, but it has so much more to offer. I urge you to experience the movie for its human elements, as that's what enhances the impact of action, music and visuals many folds. A special thanks to the makers who, despite Boseman's tragedy, chose not to recast him and still came up with a story capable of striking the right chords with the audience. I wish future superhero movies take a leaf out of this and emphasize the human relationships and its emotional core more than anything else. After all, emotions are the driving force for every story. So what are your thoughts and theories about the movie? Tell us about it in the comment section down below along with your feedback. और वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो like, share and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching और मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में. This is Mr. Flick Binger signing off.